Hello everyone, my name is Sebastián Cabrera. My partners are Brian Carrero and Kevin Barrios, and we are going to explain Kellogg's study. But first of all, we are going to explain a little bit about the history and what kind of products it sells. So let's start.
Hello, my name is Brian. I'm going to talk about the history today. So I'm going to start in 1898 when Will Keith Kellogg and his brother, who is John Harvey Kellogg, they were cooking, and we can say that by accident they create the first flakes for Kellogg's in that time, because they forgot that there was already wheat cook inside the oven. So that's how they create the first flakes for this. So anyway, they tasted it was good. Also, they saw that people likes it, so they continue with this. This was like such a great product, because like in 1906 it was when Battle Creek Toast Cornflake Company was created. So for that reason, they also were able to hire 44 people for this, which is really good. So we can say that in 1906 they create like the first branch for Kellogg's, and then it becomes like really popular, like not only on the USA but also to arrive to the United Kingdom in 1922. In 1922, the United Kingdom was the first country different from the USA that started receiving Kellogg's products, and it was really good. Something that I want to continue with is that the main idea, the focus that Will Keith Kellogg has about this project, it was that he wants the people to have like something that tastes really good and also that was healthy for the breakfast. That was like the main idea, like the main purpose that he has about this. That's why we can say that in 1923 they were like the first company in the area that hired a nutritionist. So in 1922, like the idea or the focus that they have is to define the roles that different foods play in a proper diet. That was like the slogan that they had at that time. So that's how they continue with the process. They become really, really popular. And also something very important that must be in the history of Kellogg's is that in 1969 they can say that they give breakfast to Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins for the Apollo 11. It was a travel for 11 days to go to the moon and back, and they are so proud to say that they give the breakfast Kellogg's during the trip, during the whole process that they were going to the moon and back. So that's something really, really good that is like on Kellogg's history. To continue, we can say that in 1997 was founded Will Keith Kellogg Institute for Food and Nutrition Research. This was not like a branch for Kellogg's, but something that we can say about this is that it was like a health center in which you can find like a lot of nutritionists and like a lot of products, not only cereals but also bars and different products that we have for Kellogg's that you will see later. But anyway, it was like a center in which you're going to be able to see a lot of food, a lot of diets, and a lot of projects that Kellogg's has about the main idea, the healthy food for breakfast. So one of the things that I want to highlight about this is that in 2010 they confirmed that they were using 50% less sugar than it was 10 years ago. So in the 2000s they were using the double of sugar that right now you're eating today, which is like a really, really good improvement talking about food, because it's really good talking about the taste that the food has, but also that the sugar that we're getting in our bodies is less than it was before. So I think that is a really good improvement. Also in 2011 they were adding more vitamin D. That this was really, really, really important because they are combating raquitism, that is raquitismo. So they were adding a lot of vitamin D in cereal for in baby cereals that was for children like in between the age for 6 to 12 years old. So that was something really good that was like that begins at this center. So it's not like a branch for Kellogg's, but it's a really, really useful center from Kellogg's that help us with everything about the main idea to the health for the people and also for getting a really good taste for the products. So this is how we can summarize the history of Kellogg's in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the products. As you know it, Kellogg's is a popular and global company that make the cereals, the most popular cereals, like the Zucaritas, the Choco Krispies, and some of them. But it is you know it, the official names of the products, you can enter to the official page of Kellogg's that has the official names for USA, but in Latin America they have the proper names, or Germany or Australia and some of the countries of the world. But they are so smart because they enter to the people with the mascots or pets. There are, for example, Melvin the elephant, Tony the tiger, the toucan Sam, Loopy from Fruit Loops, and some of them. But they have a special edition for the children. There are, for example, Mickey Mouse from Disney, the Princess of Disney, Bumblebee, Spider-Man, and some of them. And for another thing that they have is the chips. They have the most delicious chip for some people that are the Pringles, and they have some savors for that.
Okay, so now I'm going to say some of the objectives or the main idea of them that Kellogg's established for achieving the goal. Kellogg's was like supporting physical activity. They were also sponsoring some sports, like for example swimming. They were like trying to get an association between their brand and the physical activity, and also they wanted to create like a message in the package of the product to create kind of an awareness to the people about how important was having a really good lifestyle and doing exercise. And that's the reason why they like started promoting with campaigns and advertising that kind of messages.
In conclusion, Kellogg's increased the satisfaction of the clients with a good breakfast, have more benefits with the sales system, and create a different food to be against the traditional food.